In the God Bless You season, a spring-like week putting an end to human trafficking panel. What's up, Des Moines? Happy Monday to you. I'm Rob Newton. A reminder, this is the podcast for the entire Des Moines metro community. Central Iowa, anyone who lives around the area and travels to and from the Des Moines area. This is a podcast to let you know what's going on in our community. We're all one big community. I know we got a bunch of towns all over the place, and everybody's doing something different in each community at different times. But hey, I try to keep track of all of that and let you know what's going on and try to keep it as entertaining as possible. And I keep the podcast short if you are new to this. That way you can listen to it within a trip of whatever it is that you're doing, going to work in the morning, going home in the evening, or going to run errands. With that said, going to talk about some quick local news, and then we'll talk about some events and some personal stuff as well. And so first off, let's get into some news. It's going to warm up a bit this week in central Iowa. Wednesday's going to be the prime day. I'm thinking that is the day to barbecue because it's going to be windy until then still, but the winds will die down on Wednesday. And then the temperature will go up from the 60s like it will be today and tomorrow, and then start to be in the 70s, low 70s. And we may see some rain on Thursday, but whatever. I'm just excited about the 70s because it's that perfect temperature for me. It's just warm enough. Hang out outside. It won't be windy on Wednesday. It's not too hot, not all the trees have got their full leaves yet, so we don't got a lot of shade to hide us like we need it in the summer. But yeah, Wednesday's going to be a perfect day, and I've got these beautiful beef ribs that I got from the market, and I really want to grill them. So I may not even wait. I may not care that it's windy today because the 60s is still pretty comfortable for me. And so, yeah, I might do some barbecuing anyway. Don't care that it's all that windy. But yeah, so interesting thing. And if you'd like, by the way, to get the more information about the weather of the week, I check the National Weather Service Des Moines office all the time online. And so whatever I talk about today, if there's a link that I found it on and that you can learn more about, I have it all in the show notes in the description part of the podcast app that you're listening to. So you just click on the description and you can see all the information there and learn more about what I am talking about. So since it's, windy, apparently the pollen count is high this week, and makes sense. It's spring, it's windy, it's warm, and so that's what I mean by when I say in the God Bless You season. When we're all sneezing, you tend to hear that or say that a lot. Someone says bless you or God bless you, and so if you're sneezing or just sneezed while you're listening to this because your allergies are kicking up because the high pollen count, well, God bless you. I find that in this season, we say it a lot more and hear it a lot more. So it's not an official name for the season, but I think I'm going to try to make that a trending thing. But anyway, yeah, apparently, according to Pollen.com for the Des Moines area, the pollen count is going to be quite high pretty much the rest of the week, and it's going to get even higher into the weekend. So, good time to get some Claritin, 24-hour Claritin or something like that. The main ingredient that really helps is, I think you pronounce it Loratadine. So, my wife and I go to Costco, and for like $30, you can get a bottle with like 100 tablets in there, and they're all 24-hour. It's the same thing as Claritin. It's got that Loratadine, and it really helps because otherwise I and my wife are sneezing a lot in the God Bless You season. So just food for thought there. And where does pollen come from? The flowers, the trees, and all that fun stuff. So what am I naturally going to talk about next? Pella Tulip Time, because there's a bunch of tulips in Pella, and that festival is this week, starting on May 4th, goes through the 6th. If you've never been to Pella, it's a beautiful Dutch town. Fun event, big deal. The tulips are beautiful. The event, the music, the traditions that are shown there, a lot of fun. And of course, there's the bakery and the food. It's an event to go to. I'm going to see if I can pull in some friends to go with me on one of the days Not Saturday because, well, maybe Saturday too if I want to fill up the day. Saturday is the first day of the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market, so I definitely want to do that in the morning. But anyway, Tulip Time is from May 4th through the 6th, if that's something you would like to do. I'm going to see if I can get someone on this podcast for Wednesday's episode for an interview to say, see what's going on. If there's something new, something that we don't want to miss. So stay tuned for that. But pretty excited about that. And by the way, if you haven't already listened to my interview about the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market, that's from last Monday. It's a quick interview, a lot of good information, a lot of cool things are happening. Right off first day this Saturday, 300 vendors. And if you're there for the opening bell at 7 a.m., I think the first 300 people, the Des Moines Partnership will be giving away the bell. Everybody gets there's a bell for the opening bell and everybody rings it. If you want one of those bells, I kind of do. The first 300 people will get one for free. And the partnership is also giving away this magnet that lets you know all the seasons of the different produce and when they will be at the market, because not everything is always there at the day one, of course, because things are still growing. All that's in the interview, plus a lot more, so be sure to check that out from last Monday. Great interview from Megan. She knows her stuff, and she's the one managing it. And yeah, great interview. So check that out if you haven't already. Okay, the Des Moines Police Department has shared the radar locations for the week. They do this quite often. It's interesting if you follow the Des Moines Police Department on its Facebook page. I think other departments do this as well, but this is kind of like a fair warning. They're watching for anyone speeding and also paying attention to, the roads and what's the usual speed and all that stuff. But they give you a list, and there's like 4 or 5. I have the link here for you to check out if that's something you're interested in. If you're not someone who typically speeds and just obeys the law, you're not really going to care about this. But they're giving you fair warning on that. The Johnston City Council has approved plans for a new Quick Start gas station on northwest corner of Merle Road and Pioneer Parkway. They did that in early April. By the way, happy May. It's May 1st. Wow. Already May. I feel like we just finished Christmas and it's springtime. Pretty excited about that. But anyway, so that was in early April. And if you'd like to learn more, if you live in Johnston, to see, this is going to be a pretty decent sized gas station, apparently. And so I'm guessing that area needs another one. And so if you'd like to see the plans and what it's going to look like, they've got it all illustrated in the link I have in the description notes here. Ankeny's Spring Cleanup is scheduled for May 20th and 21st. The city says the event will be held at Ankeny Sanitation headquarters located on Delaware Avenue. And so Ankeny's doing it different than some of the other metro towns where a lot of people can put this, the furniture and equipment that they want to get rid of, they just put it at the curb and they'll pick it up. Ankeny's like, nah, you got a truck, you could take it here and we'll, dispose of it for free, but we're not, that's how Ankeny is going to do it. So if you have, a couch or, whatever kind of thing you're going through your house, you're like, I don't need it anymore. They have some stuff that they don't allow. You can see the link in the description notes and it'll show you this is what you can take on May 20th and May 21st, and here's what you cannot take. And then, by the way, Urbandale had their spring cleanup does begin this week, and they're doing it like a lot of the other metro towns, where this week, if you live in Urbandale, whenever your regular scheduled trash pickup is, if you have some furniture and other stuff that you want to get rid of, as long as it's organized and doesn't look like a big trash pile on your curb next to your trash can, it's basically whatever you can't fit in your can because it's too big, they will pick it up this week. And so if there's that reminder, they also have a list of yes, we'll take it, no, we won't. And I have the link in the show notes for you to check out. By the way, Urbandale has a job opening. If you absolutely love books and you love the public library, they need a tech services library assistant. So if you'd like to learn more about that and apply, go for it. A reminder to follow What's Up Des Moines on social media, mostly on Instagram, also on Facebook. And a lot of people have been following on Instagram. I really appreciate that. Anywhere I go and whatever's happening, I try to post a video or a picture. And you can connect with me on there. It's great to see this community growing. I really appreciate you doing that. You can also follow me on any social media platform at I'm Rob Newton. Appreciate you doing that as well. And please, if you are listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, there's a rating system on there, and so please give me 5 stars. I'd really appreciate that. It helps with the whole algorithm thing, and more people looking for a podcast like this will see it if it's got good ratings. And so I appreciate you doing that and hitting the subscribe button, of course. Hit that bell or subscribe button on your podcast app. And I'm, doing a better job of posting things on the YouTube channel for people who like to listen to their podcast that way and, occasionally watch the video and stuff. And so I have it on there as well. Follow me there. I appreciate you doing that. What's Up Des Moines on YouTube as well. And of course, word of mouth. You're listening to this podcast and there's information on here that you have a friend who may need to know about it or wants to know about it or just, curious about what's happening in Des Moines. Please hit the share button of this episode from your podcast app and share with any friends or family. And word of mouth is always very helpful. And so I really appreciate you doing that and helping this community grow. Thank you. All right, let's talk about events coming up. I was talking about the Urbandale Public Library. Let's talk about right here in Des Moines. Des Moines Public Library has many events all the time, but for tonight, author of the book Saturday Night at the Lakeside Supper Club, J. Ryan Stradell, sorry, sir, will be at Central Library tonight at 7 p.m. for the library's Authors Visiting Des Moines event. And you can learn more about that and have fun at the Des Moines Public Library. He'll probably do a reading, answer questions. If you have the book and want it signed, I'm sure he'll sign it as well. And so you can check that out. Now, if you love cooking and want to take a cooking class, head over to East Village Square. There is a Dumplings Galore class with Chef Cass, and it's a 2-day thing, I believe. And by the pictures I see, those dumplings look really, really good and kind of want to take the class. But then again, I love it when professionals make them. They really have care, and why make them when I could just buy them and eat them? But hey, if you want to learn how to cook something else, take the class. There's also comedy open mic night at the station, which is on Ingersoll in Des Moines. Coming up tomorrow on Tuesday, Central Campus Plant Sale opens up again, and that is one of the coolest things. I bring it up. I brought it up last week, and I'm going to bring it up again. If you're watching the video on social media or on YouTube, you'll see I am dressed in regular Joe Blow garden clothes, wearing my Busy Bee nursery hat that I got last year. From the nursery in Indianola, because I love that nursery. It's a great nursery to go to. But when Central Campus is doing its plant sale, I only get my plants from there, because what this is, if this is the first time you're hearing about it, the Des Moines Community School District, for its high school, junior high students that want to learn how to farm, how to make things grow. They have a whole program, and the kids have been doing it. And then by April and May, they're ready to sell. And so Central Campus is actually on the south side of Des Moines, and it's near Blank Park Zoo off of County Line Road. And it's got a bunch of plants, anywhere from perennials, flowers. You want to make your flowers pretty. And I'm putting it in the video. If you haven't watched the video, my wife and I went last week, bought a bunch of stuff, and we started planting everything yesterday. We have flower boxes around our house, like under the windows. And so we need to go buy more, because we definitely didn't get enough flowers and everything we need. But you can see in the video, we got some of the perennials there. And then we started to put in our herbs. There's a bunch of herbs and vegetables there as well at the Central Campus. And so we got some, what do we have? There's, can't even think of anything. Rosemary, tomato plants, bell peppers, jalapenos. We got different tea plants, a bunch of different herbs. Aubrey grabbed squash, for me to plant, just a bunch of other stuff, and we got it all from Central Campus. And this supports the program that the school district and these kids are doing. And so these kids do a fantastic job. I got all my vegetables and herbs last year from them, and they just flourished and did great. The kids did the hard part of, going from seed to plant. And so it's a cool thing to support. And that's definitely something I say spread the word about and share with friends and family. Anyone who wants to do some gardening this year, send them to Central Campus, support our students and what they're doing, and it's really neat. So go over there. Go this week. It's, it starts on Tuesday. They're open Tuesday through Saturday. That's why I put it in the Tuesday events. Every Tuesday through Saturday, and it ends like May 20th. Or whenever they run out of plants. So go over there, buy some plants, however it is you want to garden. Go check it out. All right, enough of that. Putting an end to human trafficking at Hilton Garden Inn in West Des Moines. This is a panel. I just happened to see it. This is very important. I used to work for a radio station that did a daily awareness on preventing human trafficking and sex trafficking. And so it's really, that's a problem all over the world, and here in Iowa and here in central Iowa. And so there is a panel that will be at the Hilton, and I'm just going to read from their Facebook page. This is if I'm saying it wrong, I'm very sorry. Civitas Rotary Forum. And it says, we have an amazing panel of speakers set for our May 2nd event, putting an end to human trafficking, including Heather Brown, a survivor of human trafficking. The event begins at 4 p.m. with registration and networking. The panel starts at 4:30 p.m., and you can learn more. I have the link so you can check it out. You can learn about what's being done in this area and around the world, or around the nation, I'm sure, and maybe how you can get involved. So, support for something like that, I think, is very important. So definitely check that out. All right, of course, for more fun events, there is a Trivia Tuesdays at the New Northwestern in Des Moines. And so there's always trivia nights all over the Des Moines Metro. And so the Northwestern has its Trivia Tuesdays, so you can check that out. Of course, there are a lot more events happening each and every day around the Des Moines Metro. I just pick a select few for each episode, just so you know what's going on, things that I think are interesting. But hey, if you go to Catch Des Moines' website, catchdesmoines.com, they have a calendar of events. I always check that out along with social media. And if you're new to Des Moines, that's a good spot to learn more about what's happening each and every day across the metro. All right, that's it for today. If you want to reach out to me, all information is in the show notes of your podcast app, or you can always go to talkdsm.com. Again, I appreciate you following this podcast. I appreciate you giving it a rating, subscribing, all that fun stuff, and follow me on social media. Thanks so much. I will talk to you Wednesday. Remember, community can be found in the white and yellow pages.